Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? Long time no see. I know it's been a little while. Get the volume adjusted here. Okay, so yeah, I guess I've got some explaining to do. Some of you actually already know this and have been aware the entire time. So I have been gone for several weeks because my fiance had to go to the hospital and was admitted to the hospital. Long story short, he was there for 2 weeks, had surgery, and I have been his primary caregiver since he was discharged, which honestly, it's only been a couple of days since he was discharged. So I have been MIA because I've been taking care of him. By the way, while we were in the hospital, we were married. So he is now no longer my fiance, but he is my husband, and he is in chat right now. So that is that's the short version. The long version is a lot more stress and a lot of pain. My back is killing me. But anyway, so that's the reason I've been gone. No uploads, no streams, no nothing. I haven't been at my place this entire time. So yeah, none of that's been happening. I've been taking care of him because he takes precedence. But hopefully I can start getting back into it, some semblance of normality here. But anyway, just been fiddling on the server. I haven't really been doing a whole lot myself with my base. In fact, I don't even think I've been doing anything to my base, but I have a grand idea, and obviously this entire village is part of the grand idea. So initially, this area over here, don't mind the Lightmatica schematics and stuff like that. This village was an abandoned village. It's a naturally spawning abandoned village. So what I wanted to do with that was to take the naturally spawning abandoned village and make it into a grand abandoned village. And there is a reason for that, and I'll say that in just a second. What I have done, however, is I didn't want to take the structures and make them too terribly different, but I did want to put my own spin on them. So this is a naturally spawning temple or church, for Plains Village Church or whatever, but I did modify it quite a bit, obviously, with the different blocks and textures and everything. I did add some to it, but it is still the same general structure. Obviously, you can see this is still the same structure. Some of this is still the same structure, just some embellishments added onto it. The inside is also not terribly different, but somewhat different. And I did change all the glass panes to be very dark and also purple instead of yellow. I never really liked the yellow glass. Plus, it's supposed to look like it's abandoned, so the yellow glass implicates light coming out of the building. There's not really light. I mean, we've got some soul lanterns, but there's not too much light. It does still have the second floor, which those do have normally. I did carpet it to make sure that nothing spawned in here. And then I just kind of added on this this third tower here. Actually, this is natural other than this top part here. So going with, it is a normal structure, but I put my own spin on it. This over here is a normal stables. I can't remember which version of the stables this is, because they're in the Minecraft code. There's stables 1, 2. They look a little bit different. But this is the version of the stables. Really, honestly, it is the same, other than instead of the posts being, right here in line with the stone, I just brought out the posts. So technically this is the exact same size as the normal stables. It's just I brought out the posts a little bit, so it looks a lot bigger just bringing out those posts. I did add this little awning on. It had the fencing already. I did change some of the fencing, and like I said, I added the awning. I thought it would look better. And then the inside is kind of the same. I did add a little hole of water here because there is a hole in the roof. So it's gonna naturally pool water, but that is the same furnace that would naturally spawn there. I did change that to tough just to make it look a little bit different. And of course I'm adding lodestones just because I want to add lodestones everywhere. So, oh, and I need volume, sorry. Oh, nope. Whoops. Didn't mean to disconnect. I need volume, not disconnect. I kind of turned my volume like off. All right, there we go. So this is a big house, a Big Plains house. There have been quite a few modifications to this house, mainly to do with the front, but the big houses do have this little porch that go on them, and I think they either had 1 or 2 doors. I can't remember, but I did make it 2 doors. All of these are just cute. They're very cute. Small space inside. Again, another leak from a hole being in the roof. This is natural as far as this is normally here, besides the fence, and just giving it a little bit of abandoned feeling. You know, there's nothing here, but they've got the table, but there's nothing here. And then this, the library, is honestly, I really like the library. So this is one of the larger libraries that does spawn in a Plains village. Again, this looks massive compared to normal, just mainly because of the roof. Obviously, this roof is not a naturally spawning roof, and I did modify it quite a bit with the roof structure that you can see mirrored in all of the structures. The roofs were not just your stairs all the way across. I did want to do something with the roofs. So this library, crowning achievement. For the most part, I kept it the same. The lecterns are still on the entrance just like they normally are. The books are still here. I did add quite a few books. I also added the empty bookshelves and put books in them. Quite nice. Extended the bench. Put in some lighting, you know, there. And then there's one there that's not even on. And of course, this does come up here to the little awning area with some pottery. Overall, again, not too much change to the original structure. It is for the most part the same. And I've got some houses. Obviously that one is, let's turn that off for a second. This is just a small house. Small house 1 or 2, can't really remember which house I used, and then greatly modified, of course. I think I even made it taller, but for the most part still the same. And let's just sleep the night away. So like I was saying, this has a purpose. This abandoned village, oh, I'm stuck in a web. This abandoned village does actually have a purpose. I made a well there. I made your typical fountain there. Here is your lovely forge. Again, naturally spawning, just embellished. I love this forge. I really do love the forge. There is a Fletcher house up here. I think I just finished that up yesterday and put a little archery range there. And I'm working on some houses. Oh, hello, trader. Working on some houses there, and then there was a Lightmatica schematic there that it's just a copy of that house over there. And then I have loaded in the tannery. This is tannery 1, which I don't actually think there's another tannery. So I'll be working on this when I'll be transforming this house on stream now for you guys. So the reason I'm making this village much better, much grander than what it was as far as the abandoned village is because of this right here. So what I'm going to be doing, this is right now, looks like a mine shaft, obviously. It is a hole in the ground. I will be doing a lot more with this, but this goes all the way down to deep dark. Like I said, I will be dealing with a lot of this, so it looks a lot better. But it goes all the way down here down here. Now, none of this you're gonna see on stream just because this is gonna be something special. So let me gamma up real quick so you guys can see all of this. So this is a huge hollowed out ancient city. Ancient city has been cleared. There's a lot of ancient cities around here, so I'm not too worried about it, but huge hollowed out area. I'll probably continue to hollow out some of this, but this is gonna be the area that I make a dungeon for the server. And here comes Mela. So I'm gonna be making a lovely dungeon. It's gonna have structures, walls. It's not gonna be open like this whatsoever. It's gonna be an actual structure. And what it's gonna entail is that people from the server can come in here and fight the mobs that I'm gonna have in here. I'm gonna have some spawners of different types. I'm gonna have some traps. I'm gonna have maybe some puzzles that have to be solved to get to the next room, etc., etc. There's gonna be a lot of things that are going on in here, but there's going to be loot. So once everybody starts passing through these rooms, they're gonna be given chests with some pretty awesome loot, because this is gonna be fairly hard. I'm gonna make this kind of difficult. You're more than likely gonna die. There is going to be a respite area over here. There's a column is just to mark off where I actually want to start the building structure. But there will be, you know, some areas where you can set your spawn, maybe change out your gear, see what you need to do. And that'll be over here. But all of this is going to be the structure for the actual dungeon. And like I said, I'm going to have some mobs in here. There's going to be spawners. And it's going to be hard. But once you get through it, you're going to get some pretty good loot. And it can be reset. I mean, I think I'll have to manually reset it. I'm not that good. But anybody can come and do it at any time. And I would suggest multiple people. I probably wouldn't say you're going to want to solo this, because this is going to be difficult. But it should be fun. Like I said, I'm not going to show any of this on stream. I'm not going to show the building of this. I'm not going to show the ins and outs, because it may be kind of a maze depending on how well I can actually get it done. But yeah, so that's going to be fun. That is going to be something for people that are on the server to be able to do and challenge themselves and get some good loot. Not just gear, but some pretty good loot. So I've got my work cut out for me, but I at least already have the area cleared out and kind of a vision of what I want to do. But I did want to make this village look like there's a reason that it was abandoned. And that right there is the reason that this was abandoned. So the villagers just could not tolerate, you know, what was coming out of here, what was in there. Just... You can help with the maze part. Okay, not a literal maze. Maybe just slightly struggling to find the next place, but not a literal maze. For this village, there will be a fishing section over here as well. I don't want to leave that untouched. And again, I'm still doing more structures, just adding on stuff every single day. But it seems like fun. And a lot of the people on the server are happy about it. They kind of can't wait to see what's going on. Ooh, he's got small drip leaf. No, why would you have small drip leaf? I need that. But I am not at my base. I'm not near my base at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build the Lightmatica version first, just because it's easy. And like I said, this is an exact copy of the house that's over there. And I will need to make sure. What are we doing here? Okay, I gotta toggle. Sorry. Been a minute. It's really been a while since, not necessarily since I've played, but just kind of getting back into the groove of things. It's been a while. I felt so bad. The day after Mallow was admitted into the hospital, the server went down. And I could not figure out for the life of me why the server went down. And I couldn't really fix it either because I wasn't there. I was in the hospital. I wasn't at my PC. I couldn't troubleshoot things very well. So I was kind of freaking out a little bit. But I did finally get it fixed. And we're back. Oh, it doesn't place one with the actual skull on there. That's sad. I'll have to do that manually, I guess. I want you placed correctly. There we go. The server break gave me an opportunity to reconnect with my daughter. We started a Bedrock world together. Oh, that is so nice. I love that. Nothing like game time being down to start, you know, doing some other things. Yeah, Malin and I are both back on. We've been playing a little bit. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of stuff with this village in particular. I'm just having a lot of fun with the village. There's not a bunch of grass over here, so I can put these where they need to be. So how is the world looking? How old is your daughter, if you don't mind me asking? You do not have to say how old she is, though. I can completely understand not wanting that information to be out. But otherwise, how's the world? Oops, didn't mean to do that, I don't think. Oh, that is, that's something else. Whoops. Spawn point is in a jungle. Good. I love jungles. I truly do. Our startup base is on top of a tall, narrow hill. Lots of different biomes around. So cool. Sounds like a great start. I got killed by a creeper within minutes of spawning in. Sounds like something I would be doing. Yeah, these structures are not very complicated at all. Like I said, just my own little spin on it. We explored an icy mountain nearby a few days ago. Came away from that with enough iron to suit both of us up in iron armor. I think Mala has actually been in the nether, potentially doing some netherite stuff. Yeah, I think our initial timeline for killing the dragon on the server was was a little bit sooner than what actually has happened, because, you know, obviously it hasn't happened yet. I do still plan on us killing the dragon pretty soon. I'm gonna update the server. I don't exactly know when I'm updating it, but I did send a message in Discord for you guys to let me know if you've got any farms somewhere other than where your base is. That doesn't go there. There we go. So I don't erase those farms. Want to make sure we keep everything that you need where it's supposed to go. What am I stuck? Oh, I'm stuck on a cobweb. All right. And other than, you know, the back, which originally over there was inside of a wall, that's finished. We'll take that off. Need to probably structurally make this a bit more sound. That's looking acceptable. Okay. I'll build that house very similarly to that one, just maybe slightly different. But I do want to kind of come over here to this tannery. So this is how I've been doing it. I've been setting in the actual build from the blueprints for Minecraft Wiki. KGS, this is Heart. Hello. We may dive into the nether in our next session. We need to go get some blaze rods. Oh, okay, cool. Minty has bought one of my upgrades. Oh, nice. Yeah, I forgot you had the upgrades. That was a while ago, too. Should I get coordinates for each of them? Yes. If you do not want them erased, because I am gonna just reset the chunks that are around us. If you don't want the farm to be erased, let me know where it is so I don't remove it when I reset the chunks. So that'll be for each farm that you don't want gone. I'm not gonna be on for too long, dear. No, that's fine. You can get to watch me reset this tannery to be an abandoned tannery. So this is kind of how I've been doing some of these things. These three things kind of get me a little upset here. So I want to do this number. I want to expand the entrance a little bit. Which means I will need to set this up, which that's probably going to be spruce anyway. All right, so like I said, this is what I've been doing. I've been expanding these out by 1. Most of the roof is not going to be oak anyway, so I just take down the oak. Oh, this is an even roof. Oh, I hate even roofs. I don't like them. But I'll work with it. So yeah, just remove the sides there. Get all of my spruce stuff in here. Like I said, these are gonna be spruce. Don't even know if this roof type is gonna work here because this is an even number of blocks, maybe? No, this one's odd. This one is odd. All right, we'll leave that kind of like that, I think. I could actually raise it up 1, just make this taller. I think I'm gonna raise it up 1. Too short, too short. Would you like that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I like that much better. Much better. Does that work properly? Okay. I was adding a little too much. Weirlig, hello! How have you been doing? Gotta get back on the server. It's hopping now. we're back on. We're back finally. All right, does this spawn with a bed? This does not spawn with a bed, and we have leather pants in the chest that spawned. For the structures that did spawn in with chests that I put in, you guys are welcome to loot the chests. It's just the normal loot table that comes with the actual structures, so it's nothing terribly special. Ooh, do I want to do that? Or do I want to do something different? This will probably not actually be spruce. I have been using some of the oak. Like I used the oak over here for the roof. Then I used the oak there as well. Oh, I guess I could use the oak. Oh, that's not one that is oak though. That is still spruce. All right, so that will now be that tall. Ta-da. I don't want to put a beam straight across. Let's do something a little more artistic. There we go. That looks nice. Could also do the same thing differently. The abandoned village revision is looking good. Thank you. Have you made a tour of it yet? It's quite fun to walk around in. And considering I'm not done with the fishing section. The fishing section I'm hoping to really jam-pack some stuff in. And then I just did this, I think last night. I did that last night. And the Fletcher house I also did last night. All right, so let's see. Let's connect this sideways. Yeah, let's do it that way. Not yet. I'll do that when I next visit the shopping district. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, I forgot that was even. I may expand this to be an odd number. I don't like the evens. So let's bring this out 1 and make it an odd number. Make that correct. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so... yeah, just make it odd. And then we're gonna have our black glass in here. There. And there. All right, that keeps the general structure the same. And I'm probably gonna have to clear some cliff. I may extend this all the way through. Get rid of this. Looking good. Gonna need to clear the cliff. There we go. Sweet. All right. Kind of like doing this little swoop thing here. There we go. I like it. I like doing it. All right, so that takes care of that structure. Now we need to come and finish this one. Kind of have had a thing where I'm bringing up some of these posts a little higher. Have I been using oak slabs or have I been using spruce slabs on them? I can't remember. I've been using spruce slabs. I'll be sure to look for that. Okay. Oh, well that might kind of put a kink into things. It's supposed to be taller. There we go. Okay. That'll work there. Yep, that'll work. Close up the roof pattern. I'll fix the rest of it from the inside. That connects nicely there. I'm gonna shorten that up and I'm gonna do fences and fence gates. I've done this somewhere else. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. In that one section there. All right, now to go on the inside and fix it. So this is now going to be cobble. Alright, and we're not going to see any of that roof because I'm just going to put a roof actually over here. Let's do the full block. So let's see, where's the roof going to start? Maybe there? Just for no spawns. I like to put something up there. Don't want anything spawning up there because I'm going to eliminate these torches. It's not going to be these torches. And we need to have this. I am going to move this somewhere else. And then we'll just put the leather pants in there. I want to move that over that way. Okay. Replace that. I think I'm actually going to make that a 2 tall window. And I think I'm going to move that 2 tall window over here. I like it better there. Yeah, that looks better. Looks much better. Okay. So let's dilapidate the floor slightly. Not too terribly much. There we go. That looks pretty good. Take that out. Let's put a soul lantern. Where are we gonna put a soul lantern? Let's just put it there. That should be enough to radiate through the entire thing. And I kind of want my signature little step above the door. Here we go. I don't think I like that very much. Come on, get in. I didn't quite like that. All right, how does it look that way? Looks a little short. Okay. Now all that's left is to mossify it. I think. Give it a little bit of structure. So what I've been doing on these buildings that have a lot of rock, I have been putting some other things on them, but I need to mossify this first. So we're gonna put moss. We're gonna have the mossy cobblestone. I'm gonna have a little bit of tuff in here and occasionally some andesite if I can find it. There we go, andesite. So what I'll do as far as picking a section, so I'm gonna pick a section that's over here next to this kind of ground. I didn't mean to do that. So this is close to the actual ground here, so moss would form. This is a shadowy area, and now I'm just gonna kind of spread this moss where it probably would be in the shadows mostly, and look pretty good like that. Making sure I get a lot of moss next to the actual moss. Then I'm going to come in with a tuft in the darker areas and replace some of that so it looks dark. And then the andesite's going to be in these lighter areas, just touching every once in a while there. I think I'll probably put one there too. And there you have it, mossy wall. Now what looks really good is if you put the glow lichen around it, around some of the moss, and just kind of cover it up like that. That looks absolutely amazing. Now it looks truly mossy. So we'll leave some of these exposed. We'll come through here with the trap door, and I don't actually think I'm gonna put the trap door here. I may, however, do a little something. Let's see, what do I want to do? Now I may need to switch these up. Let's do that there. No, that's not really gonna fly. No, I'll just do that actually. That looks pretty good. I may hang something from this. I'll hang, let's hang some planters. Yeah, I haven't really actually done too many hanging planters. Oh, that doesn't work. I just did this all wrong, didn't I? It looked cute. No! Okay. Now I can hang it. And since nobody has been here to water any of this, we have lots of dead bushes. Lots of dead bushes. There we go. That looks good. Just a slight decoration. Nothing, you know, so fancy. Just to give us a little bit of the sides. You know what? I was doing the stairs on the bottom level. Why didn't I do that before? There we go. Stairs. Actually, no, I know why I wasn't doing that. Because some of it needed to come out. Hold up, hold up, hold the phone. There. That works. That just in the corner there. Oh, let's put a sapling in here. Something that looks dead, but isn't actually dead. There we go. It kind of looks dead. All right, I think I'm pretty happy with that. Now, let's make, let's see, let's make this front one moss. I'm gonna make the moss here. Spread it around. I'm not gonna put in an andesite. I might down here. Let's put in an andesite down there. And then let's mossify that and also the stairs. Looks great. Now let's put in some of this glow lichen. Get rid of the torches. Because nobody's here to light these torches anymore. All right, now the sides. Again, moss, and then just kind of spread it around. Andesite for a light area. Tough for a darker area. Put that one up here. Which I just covered up. I just covered up everything that did. He's fine. He's fine. No, this will be the area that I do the thingy. This has been kind of my signature piece of just adding some decor around. Looks pretty good. I'm also gonna need to add my trapdoors. I've been doing some spruce trapdoors, just kind of lining these pillars. Hello. I'm awake. I'm awake. No need for the water balloons. Okay, so I'm gonna empty these just because, you know, nobody's been here for a minute. So there shouldn't be any water in here, right? No water. I wish I could fill them up with dirt. Or I could color the water like in Bedrock. Alright, so that looks good. I'm not gonna do the back just because the back is hidden. Alright, what if I made a mistake on here? Ginger Kitty, hello! Thank you for the follow. Oh, wrong block. I'm just going through and making normal village structures into abandoned village structures. Which now the piece de resistance is to put in cobwebs and holes everywhere. It's actually pretty fun. So cobwebs and also the pale hanging moss. I've been very much enjoying making these look so spooky with the pale hanging moss. So we'll put one of those there and one of those there. And we'll drape that down. Oh my gosh, what is that number? 1,000,000 times the quality of my builds. Oh, thank you. It's been a lot of practice. It's a lot of practice. So let's put a hole in the roof. We're gonna put a hole here. And I'm gonna put a hole. Let's put one here. Put a hole there. And gotta put a hole there. Actually, there's too many holes. Way too many holes. Don't like that many holes. Let's fill that one back up. I like those too. And then let's put a spider web here. Gonna put a spider web there. Put a little web there. You see a wooden box, you know it's me. We all started somewhere. Truly. Alright, web goes there. Web gonna go on the outside here. Let's make a hole there. I like my holes in the roof. And in fact, since there's a hole there, we gotta make a hole there and let it rain in. We gotta make a puddle inside the house now. Ooh, I need to fill that up, I guess. I'll do that from the inside. Okay, and then web there. Put a little web there. Web there. Got it. Okay. So that's the outside. Now we have to make our, let's see, does this match up? This does not match up. Okay. I gotta make it match. So that goes there. No, let's not do a stair. Let's do a slab. We're gonna do a slab and then, where's my water bottle? Water bucket, excuse me. Water bucket. We're gonna do the slab. Okay, now there is a hole. See, we got a drippy hole over here. Leaky roof. It made a puddle. Funniest thing, I started playing Minecraft 2019, no skill points earned. I started in 2020 actually. Okay, so this has to be changed. So I'm gonna put the moss block. I'm actually gonna put it out of sight. I'm gonna put it here to, I mean, you can see it just a little bit. And then start doing this number. We're gonna spread the moss. Spread it out there, there. Put our bit of andesite here. Let's put some andesite there. Put our tuft in the corner. And then maybe up here. Put some tuft up there. Okay, very nice, very nice. So this is a tannery, right? Now I know this and this is the typical structures that generate in here. And again, I'm gonna make this not have any water in it. But I feel like there needs to be a shelf. Some kind of shelving unit. So let's make one. Let's make that go here. Do I do it all the way across? All the way across looks cool, right? And we'll brace it with some fence gates. Nor not, because I didn't do that correctly. Well, I did want to put some stuff on top of it. Do I want to put anything on top of it? Okay, how about this? We'll raise it up on these last two ones. That looks a little odd. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Or I could just do this here, 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 here. No, that doesn't make any sense. Unfortunately, it makes no sense. Okay, so we'll have the upper shelves, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's put that back down. Okay. So these shelves can carry something. What do we want them to carry? It's a tannery. What did I do in my last one when I made the leatherworking shop? Oh, I put a bunch of tools everywhere. Yeah, I made a tool wall. Ooh, I should do that. Okay. Give me a second. Item frames, and we need tools. So we're gonna need a hoe. We're gonna need a brush. We're gonna need shears. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Reasons why I love mods. Abuse of my 6 gig DDR3 memory to content. Hydrate. I gotta drink. Hold on. Hold the phone. All right, we're good. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything else that I want to include in here. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna give some tools go up here. I'm gonna get some shears. Act like they're hanging. Straight up. And we're gonna do 2 shears. All right. That may have been really high. You can't quite see it. Can't really see it that high. Let me bring this down a smidge. I just deleted everything. Okay, so what was I doing? Let's do it that level. This way you'll be able to see everything. Yeah, let me do 2 there. I mean, in all honesty, I don't need everything. Do want this. Let's see, up and down. And then maybe we'll put 2 here. And we'll put the brush. And another set of shears. Okay. Now that it looks like they've had some tools and they were doing something before they left. Worst thing, it's school night, but there is first period to sleep in. Okay, it looks like somebody actually, you know, at one point lived here and was working here. Very cool. Again, not changing too much of the structure, but I do want some things in here. So we're gonna have to put in some glow lichen for light, and also gonna have to put in some pale hanging moss. So we'll put that in this corner. Put that there. Obviously, that's gonna go down this will go down kind of far. Yeah. I like it, I like it. Okay. And then some glow lichen elsewhere. Just to light it up. Because there's no natural light in here. So that should do it. That should do our tannery! Yay! And for the most part, it still looks like your regular tannery, your regular village tannery. Hold on. I see some things I want to change. Let's get that. Yeah, let's just make sure I break that apart. All right. So your typical villager house, or villager house, your village tannery has now been modified to an upgraded abandoned village tannery. Sweet. Wizard lived here. All right. So, I was thinking I might build that house. It's not gonna be, it's just a very small house. It's a 5x5 house. It's probably gonna look something very similar to this, maybe with a slightly different roof. But I would like to get back to do some other things. I still have to finish laundry and finish taking care of my hubby while he is recovering from surgery. So, Ginger Kitty, I'm so sorry that the stream was a little short for you. Streams are normally not this short. I am just kind of on a timeline of making sure that I take care of my man while he's recovering from surgery. So short stream today. I do have the next video queued up on YouTube for you guys. I think it's the last Pocket Craft episode where I built the villagers their house in my base. The little bamboo house, which was really cute. I am going to continue doing lots of stuff around here, around this village. And of course, like I said, I will not be streaming the actual dungeon that I'm building because it's a secret. And I want everybody who runs the dungeon to be very surprised when they finally do run it. But if you like what you see, if you want to play with me, because this is an SMP, as you can see, we got some people online right now. If you want to play, Discord link down below. Check it out. There are some rules and some things you might want to look at, but you can play with me. So let's find somebody to raid. Who is streaming right now? Anybody got any ideas? Is it a what SMP? I'm not familiar with that word. It is a vanilla SMP with just a few quality of life mods, which actually I'm about to update it to the latest version, and our trade mod hasn't updated, so I'm just going to be doing away with that for right now. But for the most part, it is vanilla. There are events that happen. Speaking of the monthly event that was going on that I totally forgot about because we've been in the hospital for 2.5 weeks, that event is basically ending tomorrow. If anybody has even done their statue. I don't know. I haven't even started on my statue. I don't think Mala started on his statue either. Oh my gosh. I really don't know what that word means as far as Minecraft goes. I'm so sorry. I don't know what you mean. Let me try to find somebody to raid here. Avo's still going, but I think Avo's probably about to end. Let's just raid Avo anyway. This will be fun. All right. Say hello to Avomance. Like I said, I am pretty sure he is ending and about to send us somewhere else, but give him my love, and I will see you hopefully next week. Bye-bye.